Hey, what's that? MC334, thanks for the host. We're just getting started here. Plates loaded, thanks for the sub. 5 months. 5 months, that is 1/5 of a year. Good work. What's up, Alpino Way? Cool. Some folks I know are here. Good to see y'all. Oh man, I forgot to bring a hat. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. Hey, nope, 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 nope. There it is. Why is it there? Kids, label your shit. Comes in handy later. What's up, Answorth? Nick, you know I'm alive. You've been talking to me on other parts of the cyberspace. been a couple of weeks. Shit's been hectic. Yeah, we have a new president now. I've been gone so long that we have a new president. But things were just weird here for a while, and I don't remember. I remember each week being really hectic. Doggo med bills counter is still there, yeah. We are deep in the red on Doggo med bills here in Johnnytown. So what I've been doing is taking all of the earnings from here and putting it towards there. So if you care about doggos in general and think that they should be healthy and have 17 teeth removed, sometimes from their mouths, sometimes from other parts of their body where other dogs have felt the need to apply some teeth, you can subscribe, you can donate down there. You can throw me some bits. And if you can't, that's okay too. You can just let me know in chat that you still care about doggos, and that's fine. Nick, isn't it all cyberspace? I mean, I know that cyberspace is quickly consolidating to just Twitter and Twitch. Hey, thanks for the donation! Where can I get that bigger so I can read what the heck it was? It's only here on my tiny screen. Why doesn't it come up in chat? There it is. I got it now. I should move this. Move my screens. Nah, that's fine. Okay. How's the audio? How's my levels? So what we're doing today, so some of you kids might remember months ago, we were working on how to like relic this pickup. I don't know how well it's coming up on the camera there, but got it stained good and brownish here, and we're gonna put it in there. It's not as brown as the other ones. I can still muck it up a bit after it's in, but I think it's gonna look good. Really shows off the lime green, the mint color of this pickguard. A lot of people don't know that the stock pickguard on a lot of these Stratocasters, it's not white. It's a very pale mint color. So this color you see on your screen that's almost greenish white is real. I mean, you can really tell compared to like something white. Like this is a mint. And now you're never gonna be able to unsee that on everybody's Stratocasters. Yeah, we were staining it with coffee. Seemed to work pretty good. So what I'm gonna be doing, hopefully, if all goes well, is I'm gonna be swapping out this bridge pickup, which is nice, but I want something with a lot higher gain, much higher output, stronger magnets with this with this rails pickup, which has two really powerful magnets in it. Hopefully it'll all work just fine. We'll see. Might need some other screws here. Might need to hunt some down. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Hopefully it fits in there okay. It should. Take this tape off the back. And I bought it used, so these leads might be too short as well. If they are, we can fix that. But we'll see once we get in there. I have all my stuff down here. Hey! What's up, Monkey 13? Yeah, I was, originally I was thinking of just putting a humbucker down here. And looking at humbucker pickguards, and I had ordered one that was white, thinking this was white, and I got it in, and I'm like, oh God, what the hell? And then I went looking, and I'm like, oh, these are mint? And so then I ordered a parchment one, and something else. Plates later might remember the three colors, and I ended up hating all of them and liking the mint colored one the best, so I was like, wow, I really like the mint. And then I realized there was a bunch of hassle with installing actual, like a dual humbucker. I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. And also it takes away from the look of like the stock Strat. So I was like, why don't I get one of these rails? This is it's a Seymour Duncan, one of the hot rails. So I think that's going to be exciting. Let me tone this bot down a bit here. A little bit of whiskey. What are we drinking today, kids? Having a little, I finish off this Basil Hayden's I have left here. Is that upright? Yeah, it is. Cool. It's on sale at the store for like $22. Couldn't pass it up. Enjoy my COVID hair and COVID mustache. Hey, Monkey, did you move yet? Oh, yeah, you did. I saw pictures. Congrats. See how annoying that bot gets now. Where's my stream? There it is. Back up here for a bit. I'm sure you missed winter. It's one of the reasons, like I always say, like I couldn't move from Chicago. Like I would miss the seasons too much. I need all 4 of them, and I need at least 2 to 3 in one day. So we're gonna try and wing this and see if I remember how to do it. Oh, where's my already missing my peg winder. Oh, let's see if I got it. Remember gigging, Monkey? Remember playing places? Remember leaving the house? We had no snow on Christmas morning here. You moved to a place that is more Chicago than Chicago. Just pulling all these strings off here. It occurred to me right before I started that I don't have replacement strings, so just to test, I'm gonna put these back on, but I'll order some up. Don't think I'm that guy. Should be good. I've streamed since Christmas, haven't I? Oh yeah, we streamed on New Year's. Just not on this channel, I think. Yeah, I streamed with Jakku on New Year's. And then stuff's just been depressing. I'm gonna do this business. Real guitarists know this complete scam. Don't mind me. I'm only gonna reuse my old strings because I don't have $5. Wow, Johnny Bot's on top of it, huh? More Chicago, New York accents when I go into town. That's good. It's because of all of us who relocated there. I have no end of friends who have moved there. I actually have had several friends moving back now. for whatever reason. Let's get this guy out. It's that time already. Nobody's calling me out on the fact that this was not originally what we were supposed to be doing. I was going to be fixing the Mortal Kombat arcade cabinet motherboard. But Micro Center lied to me about having something in stock that I went to go pick up today, and they didn't. It was a new hot air pencil, this thing we've been talking about on stream for a while. Like, you know, I gotta bite the bullet and go buy one. If I'm gonna keep doing board level repairs, I need this. Monkey, you still working at the same place, or did you duck out of there? Or are you now the CTO? There's a better way I can do this. It's probably fine. Except it's not. Whiskey bottle. I think you can see that on stream, but it worked. Ain't nothing on a guitar you can't fix with whiskey. Gotta spudge these knobs off. Wow. Look at that volume knob. It's like somebody scraped it across the street. Where's my camera on this? There it is. Ugh. No, I forgot there's nuts on here. Nuts to these nuts. I got a lot of new stuff in here I don't remember buying. Broke a bunch over the years because of too much whiskey. There wasn't any bones. Got lots of tiny screws. It's a new addition. These, I don't know if I showed these off before. These are really cool. They're, it's heat shrink tubing with solder in the center. So you just connect two wires and you throw the heat gun on it and it shrinks the tubing on the wires and melts the solder and solders them together. All in one little bingo bango. These are definitely, well, some of my favorite newest things. Where are my pliers, kids? There. Nick, I haven't looked at slick deals in like a decade. Or Woot. I'm sure I'm missing tons of stuff. Yeah, Monkey, like, I keep getting targeted with recommendations for weird electronic stuff, and it always ends up being cool stuff like that. Where like I'm like, oh, I wished I had that 20 times and didn't know it. Now I gotta buy that. You know what else I bought? Where is it? I was gonna use this on the motherboard today, but hopefully next week. It's a solder sucker. So it's a desoldering pump that's electric. So it heats the solder and sucks it out all in one. Do a little hole in the top. It's my other favorite gadget. I've been trying to avoid a lot of spontaneous purchasing, though. Woot was bad for that. That's what got me off of it. Too much looting. Oh, wait. I don't think I needed to take those off. I was not thinking. There was no reason to remove those knobs. We're going to put them back on. I'm not changing the pots out at all. That was force of habit. On like every guitar I get, with the exception of this one, because I didn't want to change the tone too much, I replaced the pots in here with like CTS ones. Like me a twangy guitar. Even my Genty guitar is twangy. You kids don't know, Monkey and I used to jam together. Ah, you picked up a Gibson V. Do you hate it yet? Are you absolutely miserable with the fact that you can't sit and play it? Or do you like the fact that it forces you to stand up for once in your life? This whiskey is gonna break. I used to have a Jackson King V. The Kerry King offset V. You couldn't sit and play that thing ever at all. Just forget it. Don't bother. It was Jackson for a long time. I had a Jackson Kelly. That was the first real guitar I ever purchased. Yeah, that's definitely what the V guitars do. You put it upright on your leg. And then you look like you know how to play classical guitar. Monkey, how long are you here for? We should try to grab a beer or two. There are a few places over here, at least, where one can do such things and enjoy the snow at the same time. Let's see. All right. Smack the camera. Let's see, we're looking. Whoa! Hey, hey! So this was something that I was hemming and hawing about doing tonight. But someone's already done it. Well, namely the Fender custom shop that made this guitar has done it. Lining the cavity with foil, this one's here, acts as A, grounding point, B, an EMI filter. So, wow, they really did a pro job on this. Like solder points between the foil joints. Like, look at that. That is, I have never actually seen that out of a shop. Way to go, Fender Custom Shop. Oh yeah, Monkey, I'm about to get my third crown in 2 months. Not that that's like jaw surgery, but wow, this is cool. I'm excited about this. It's gonna make the higher gain pickup work even better. Will be less annoying, but yeah, cool. But anyway, we're taking out this dude. And replacing it with this dude. Let's see what that means. Monkey, if you think you'll have any free time this weekend, I can hit you up. I've never seen this bronze foil, this copper foil. This is fucking cool. I love this guitar even more. This guitar quickly became my favorite guitar, like the second I bought it. And I didn't realize how much I had missed having a Stratocaster. hadn't had one since I was a teenager. And then once I had this back, I was like, oh man, why would I ever get rid of this? Levon 911, Chicago is hard to explain. We're in phase 3 with tier 1 mitigations. They just moved back to that, which means we've been in and out of allowing indoor seating, but at this point, most bars at least have really high-tech outdoor seating that's warm and stuff. And thanks for the follow. Man, this Fender cloth wiring. It is a shame to remove this pickup, but it's not what I want. And I'll keep it, and I might put it back later, because guitarists. But I'm just trying to follow the wires here. I'm going to have to undo this electrical tape here. Let's see if I can angle cut that. Yeah, I mean, it's copper. Copper is expensive. There we go. I should get some suture snippers. I do this so much. So, we're looking at these two wires. Gonna move it from there. Yeah, and then this grounding mess. Every guitar ever has this grounding nightmare with like the entire Earth's worth of solder on there. But it's necessary. It's just, it sucks to get it off. So that's gonna take us a little while. Don't crack this. That's very delicate. So only two wires there. Looking at this, to verify, but yeah. So this one's got 4 wires. Whoever owned this previously soldered the green wire, which is generally ground, to the ground lead in there. Then both of these are to ground. Probably that's generally your bare ground is gonna what goes on the pots, and then that leaves black, which likely goes to the pickup switcher. I should have Googled this ahead of time. I'm gonna look this up real quick while I chat with you guys. I think I can bring a little one up on screen here. Our monkey probably knows. I was on the fence about the push-pull. I really think I should, because, I mean, why not? I don't have one around, so today we'll just single tap. And then, on a future episode, we can install the push-pull. So Monkey, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think for single tap, all we're gonna do is connect the black up to the pickup selector, and then the red and white along this bare wire are just gonna go on top of the pots, and then the green stays there, and then we're done, right? I'm also Googling after I asked. Yeah, all right, I'm looking it up now. Yeah, Levon, I'm glad this is interesting. One of my favorite parts of this is that I also learn as we go along. I've installed pickups over the years, but as Monkey is pointing out, like, everyone is different, so you really just got to end up going and looking it up. But let's see. Wiring diagrams. I think these count as humbuckers. Let's see, other miscellaneous. Strats. Oh, yep. Oh, looks like I think I had it backwards here. Let me see if I can bring this up. Put it in the stream. Glad I looked that up. Where is my OBS? Anybody seen it? I think it's down here. There it is. Let's put it right over there, I think. Does that look? So I think that's what we need there. Yep. You're on your phone. Oh, I guess you would be on your phone. You sure don't have a computer where you're at right now. Are you staying in the old house? That's gonna be creepy. So we're looking at ridge here. And so oh yeah, I was right. So red and white go to the this mess. And then yep, black goes to the pickup selector. Cool. Easy. Oh, and then green goes here, except that that just gets grounded back to here anyway, so this is all probably fine. Probably fine. My favorite kind of fine. I think I can, let's do this. There. All right. Hey, tell Ian I said what's up. Even though I know we've met Olive twice. Geez, how old is Ian now? If you care to say. Time to bail. Hope it goes well. See you, LP in a way. Thanks for stopping in. I think this is easy enough that it should go well. Get my soldering iron set up here. Hang on. So when I built this new desk, I intentionally put like 12 power outlets down there for these streams. Where's my chisel tip? no good. There you go. Got it. Switch my digital soldering iron tip out. He's 21. Holy crap. I distinctly remember when you told me that you had a 13-year-old. Although I had known you for a few years by that point. He's too old to hang out with Dad now. But it seems like he's pretty cool and knows better. Do I not have one small enough for this? One's too small. Can I fake it with something? Sometimes you could do it with star bits, the Torx. Otherwise, I gotta go to the utility room, find one. There we go. All right. Cool. Crisis averted. Tighten it a little more. Ooh, I don't know what's on there, but it's burning off. I don't have a sponge for this anyway. I gotta go get one. One sec. Monkey's in charge. Be back in 1 minute. All right. Get out the important bits. Thanks. I will buy some new strings. Thanks for rubbing it in. All right. Let's get this one off first. This is generally the easy one. Where's my solder sucker? Plugging it in just to save some time. So let's see. Let's get in here. See how much of this cloth wiring we can set on fire. Make sure it's the right one. Yes, it is. Cool. A lot of times you got to get this stuff started to actually. Oh, tin the tip. Totally forgot. I'm used to using my other one here. Ooh, yeah, it's nice and tinny. All right, so let's try this. We will find it. Here we go. Yes, do it. Oh no. That's good. Yeah, you can't really see what we're doing though, because we got to get on this side. Yeah, all right, get this out of the way, but let's get that light back on. All right. Man, thanks everyone for coming back. Hey, Kane, I'm gonna talk to you later too, but I will shoot you an SMS. I'll do you a smiss. So when you're getting off this old solder, a lot of times it helps to get some new solder on there. And with big globs like this, using the chisel tip really helps because you get a lot more surface area contact. Goes. Solder sucker. Yeah, buddy. A little bit stuck in there, but I think now I could just melt this and pull it out. Yep. Oop, almost. Come on. Mm-hmm. There we go. One down. For those of you who don't realize what I'm doing, this is the pickup selector switch. It's this guy. The in frame. Where's frame? There it is. For those of you who don't know how guitars work, this pickup selector switch allows you to pick between which of these magnetic string pickups are used for producing effectively the electricity that you hear coming out of the speaker, and where they are in relation to the strings affects what kind of tone comes out of them. And I can maybe show that off later if we have time. But the switch allows you to pick those. And so I'm desoldering this one from the selector switch on the bottom. Where were we? Completely turned everyone around now. Okay, so we've got that one disconnected there, off the selector switch. Now we're going to desolder. There you. Other wire coming off it, which is this one, goes into this huge mess, which can get stupid really fast. In fact, what I'm gonna do is cheat. Use my favorite desoldering tool, the angle cutters. And there. Don't clip the other ones. And snip. Done. And that will be fine, trust me. Trust me. How long have I been playing? What a question. What a question to have to answer. I don't know. I have to think about it, but I think I found my first guitar in the attic of my house in which I lived. It turned out it was my dad's when he was a teenager. Thanks for the tip. See that, kids? If you tip today, you get thanked twice. I don't know why Johnny Bot's so far behind. I think I was 15. 14 or 15. Probably 14. I think I was a freshman in high school when I found it. And he had a music. He had a book of music in the case with the guitar. And it was a book of Led Zeppelin songs, but it was sheet music. And I knew how to read sheet music because I had been playing the flute for many years by that point. Yeah, there's a fun fact, Johnny fun fact. I am an accomplished flautist. So I was like, okay, here's the sheet music and here's the guitar, but I don't know how to make the dingy sounds in the guitar make the notes that are on the sheet music. And so I had to figure that out by ear, which sounds like, you know, superhero shit, but it's not. And then, you know, guitar is very similar to piano in that. Ooh, geez, that doesn't bend that. Let's see if I can make it bend that way better. Very similar to piano in that each gap here is a half step, just like each key on a piano is a half step, where, you know, it goes, you know, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B flat, what have you, B, C, etc., etc., etc. And so, like, once I quickly figured that out, I was like, oh, okay, these are where the notes are, and then it's just a matter of knowing where the notes are, and then you can read sheet music. Yeah, it's rote memorization, but when you're really young, especially, wow, I've been playing for 27 years. You'd think I'd be better. Don't tell. Pick up now. For boys, it's like age 10 or so, where the brain is still developing, This is generally male brain, testosterone-driven brain development. To remove the gender from it. The brain starts to congeal around age 10 to 12, and that's when you no longer build new. I gotta do this real careful because there's these springs under here. Oh no, they've got little rubbery. I'll show these little rubbery mounts. These are awesome. But the brain stops forming new neural passages, and everything you learn after your brain stops forming new neural passages is memorization, which means real easy to forget. For girls, it's a little bit later. It's a couple years. Bodies with more estrogen and less testosterone. So women, actually, estrogeny folks, have the benefit of being able to have brains develop which can do more things. This is that's the primary reason that it is super freaking important to make sure that kids get into things which help the brain develop new neural passages, such as math and music and art, when they're kids. Like, yeah, you can go to college and take art classes, but like, again, it's memorization and it's practice. It's like, who's had to learn a new language in high school? Most everybody. Who remembers absolutely none of that language because you don't use it every day? Everybody. It's because high school's way too late to be teaching someone a new language. You need to teach that when their brain is still developing, before the age of 12 for most kids. So I can read sheet music probably for the rest of my life, even though I never read sheet music anymore, because my brain actually has neurons that it made which can do that. For those of you who are into computing technology, it's like the difference between a CPU and an ASIC. It's a neuron that grew specifically to do that task versus memory neurons, which know how to relay the signals to tell the other neurons to do things related to that task. And those memory neurons can't hold everything. We all know how bad memory is. Yeah. Took Spanish for 5 years. As soon as you stop using it, that's it. So I was lucky enough to learn how to read sheet music at a very young age. And I was lucky enough to be old enough that music was still taught in schools. So I have a brain which can physically play music, create new music, read sheet music forever. Like, it just inherently does that. And now, music and art is being pulled out of schools, and we have kids who have no concept of this. And some wonder if that's why EDM is becoming popular, because EDM is all very extremely formulaic to a cool degree. But you can write EDM, have instructions, like there's recipes for EDM music. And what's cool about that is it translates backwards. So all over forms of music. My favorite part of music, and I don't like to tell people this because it turns them off to it, music is actually just math. Music is all math. Music is all vibrational frequencies and basic math applied to those. And so the frequencies where you can apply basic division or multiplication to them and get nice round numbers, all of those vibrations sound very nice together. Anything where you end up with odd numbers or prime numbers or like remainders and decimals and shit, those notes don't sound good together. Never had to do. Oh, why am I doing things in the cold? Why did you guys let me do this? Every freaking Fix It Friday, you guys do this to me. You watched me do that. You watched me put the pickup that I just took out right back in. None of you said anything. Nick? Passwords for days? Where's that guy? There you. Go away. There. It's on the floor now. Thanks, LaVon. Hey, what's up, Thrice Hex? High school language classes have to rely on memorization because that's the only way they can do it. They can't force you to go immerse yourself into an environment where you would speak it and use it every day unless you live in, like, say, if you're taking Spanish and you live in a heavily Hispanic neighborhood, or live with a native Spanish speaker or something. Like, then yeah, you can get pretty good at it if you speak it every day. And your brain does still develop neurons later in life. It just takes way longer. Oh, I wanted to show you guys the little spongy things that are in here. So, pick this up. Push my camera this way. These pickups here. See these little nubs? These little, oop, here. Little yellow nubs in there. They're like they're shock absorbers. Most guitars have little springs in there. They're not shock absorbers. They're well, they do function as that, but they're also height adjusters. They control how close the magnets are to the strings. These are magnets, by the way. I'm sure you believe me, but that's how guitars work. These are electromagnets. As you learned from 4th grade science class, when you move a piece of metal, like a metal guitar string, over a magnet, it generates electricity. So that electricity goes out through these wires, through all this nonsense, which maybe I'll explain later, and goes out to the input of an amplifier, which amplifies the tiny little electrical signal these produce, and then sends that amplified signal to a speaker, which is just another, it's a reverse electromagnet. It converts that electricity back into movement, into this paper cone, usually paper cone, that then moves air back and forth, vibrates air, so that it's recreating the frequency that was picked up here. Extremely basic. A lot of people think electric guitars work by, the amplifier somehow sends electricity in through here, and that's not true at all. The guitar itself generates its own electricity through these electromagnets. It fires it all out into the amplifier, which then amplifies it and makes really big noises. Hey, Big Jim. Yeah, this will be a bit genty when I'm done. Effect pedals are freaking cool because it's using electronics to create sound. And like, that's fun as hell, because then you get into the depths of like how different qualities of diode affect the end result of the sound that comes out of that pedal. Like, yeah, we had a shop here back in the before 4 times when you could do these sorts. We had a shop here that did like monthly build your own effects pedals classes, and you could go down and you'd come out of there with like a distortion pedal or something. Very cool stuff. So we've got the pickup in there. We've got our wiring digagram over there on the left. And we're gonna hook it up that way. So we know that the red and white wires, which already have their own little bare ground lead, which is fine because you want it to touch any metal because it's just grounding out, which means it's dumping off its extra electrons to any pieces of metal, which is desirable. So we're going to put it there, and I'm going to cut that shorter later. There's my light. And then this one is the important one. This has to go over here, so we're going to It's a bit short, which I was worried about, but I think we will still be okay. This definitely has to go right against here, so there won't be... Yeah. It's gonna barely make it. I could add onto that wire. I don't think I have to, because what I'll do is once we're done, so I will add a little zip tie here to just hold it in place, and we should be good, because then there's no pressure. Or what I could do is flip this upside down. But no, because there's not as much space on the top as there is on the bottom, so we do need to run this way. Yep. So we're gonna try this, and if I end up breaking it in a year, I'll just add more slack on here with some extra wire. How people discover how to plug diodes and op amps to make great sound is unbelievable. Yeah, and a lot of it's experimentation. A lot of it is just people. Well, I guess it used to be. It still is, but there's so much documentation now that you generally know what's going to happen, but there's no way of describing the exact sound that's going to come out of it, so people still try it, and they go, I think this will sound cool, and then you plug it all together and see if it works. And yeah, the amount of effort. You know what I really think is cool is how people are now recreating that in software, and how amp modeling and pedal modeling has gotten so freaking accurate. Yeah, it's a great hobby. I mean, electronics is a great hobby. It's one of the coolest things we've figured out how to do as peoples, as animals. It's like leveraging electricity to go back into making music. I think is just, the concept of that is insane. Like, music is such a core part of what we are as an animal. Let me shave this down a bit. That, like, we've, once we figured out how to harness electricity and use it to our advantages, we still go, okay, out of this. And, yeah, like, that didn't really start happening until the 40s, when Gibson invented the electric guitar. But man, it took right off after that. And then, electric pianos. And then, let's see, when they invented when electric pianos started being able to synthesize horn sounds, and somebody invented the wah pedal to mimic the muted trombone trumpet mute sound. And then I really think once Jimi Hendrix took that and said, no, give me that, I'm gonna plug my guitar into it, that was it. That's when it exploded. That's when what else can I plug my guitar into was changed forever. It was Jimi Hendrix plugging his guitar into a synthesizer wah pedal. So you've got this in here. I'm going to give it a little more solder just to reinforce it. It's hard for me to tell. You can see, unless I do this. I think we're too close, man. Get it way in there. That's gonna leave a blister. Soldering's dangerous, kids. Do this at home. Should make that the header on my Twitch page. Do this at home. Get hurt. Learn things. There we go. Good, good. Like I said, I will zip tie that in a bit. Or just electrical tape it is fine. What's your favorite electronic arrangement? Jeez. That's like, what's your favorite song? Who's your favorite band? Like, how do you answer that? And it changes constantly. Gosh, I gotta sit and think about that. Where do you think the CR Telecaster fits into that timeline? I don't know. I'm sure you could look it up. Where do I think? Late 70s. Oh, I should have routed this under the pickup too. No, there's no room. Okay, we're gonna route this. I think there's enough room here. We're gonna hope. We'll find out when we put this thing back on. But for now, just need to solder this to here, and then I'll clip it short. I'm gonna put some favorite electronic arrangements. You're probably gonna hate me for this. I'm a big fan of Pendulum's electronic fun. If you haven't heard anything from Pendulum, they're an electronic, they're an Australian group from they're a group from Australia who make electronic music. Their shit is just fun. Gothsicles. People keep bringing up the Gothsicles. Some folks know that I played with the Gothsicles for a brief period. There's videos out there. You can probably find some. Gothsicles is really just one guy who would compose and produce all the music, and then he would put us together to be a live band that would play places. Sorry, looking something up here. Gothsicles is fun shit. Gothsicles is intentionally corny. And fun as hell. Look up some Gothsicles for sure. Bonus points if you find live performances where I'm in them. Another famous, or not famous, maybe they're famous now. I don't know. Hey, Mr. Disagree. Someone would argue, good to see you, by the way. Someone would argue this is silly because this is a, to squirt just a little bit this flux on here. Why isn't this coming out? There we go. This is a real greasy flux. I don't know why. I might order some other flux. This is weird. Some would argue this is silly because this is a 67 Stratocaster that, you know, is revered for its sound, and what I'm doing is fundamentally changing the way that it sounds. So you're free to tell me not to. Good work. I appreciate you. That's what good friends are for. I'm not going to listen to you, but thank you for telling me not to, Mr. Disagree. I appreciate that. I haven't seen you in probably over a year. Probably, I think 2 years. Granted, I think I've also only seen you once, but I see Jakku like 2 to 3 times a week. I know it's because you don't live here and we can't see anybody anymore. Oh, cool. So that extra metal fell right off, which is fine because I was just going to cut it anyway. I'm going to solder this directly to here. This part is my least favorite because you have to get through this huge glob of shit. And you got to heat the whole thing up. It takes for freaking ever. We're just going to rub it around. You just rub it till it gets hot. Then you stick it in. Yeah, GDQ. I don't know if it was Maryland. It was somewhere. We got pizza, I think. Come on. I might turn this up a little bit. It's really hard to fry pots out, so. That's pretty nuts. We'll see what that does. Resistance on that pot? I don't know. That's 5K seems high. I think the highest I ever use is 2K. There's the model number. Oh, this is all blurry. There's the model number. 052444. 055244. You can probably look that up. I don't know. These are stock. Come on. Yeah. I don't remember any Led Zeppelin, and it's because I actually didn't like Led Zeppelin, and I'll say it. I certainly have far more of an appreciation for them now, but at the time, I just, and for a very long time, I didn't like music. Let me try tinning this a little bit more. I didn't like music that was really made before I was born. And maybe that's the same for everybody. I don't know. Maybe that's a sign of maturity is when you start to appreciate music from mommy and daddy times. But that's not bad. That's actually working pretty well there. So make sure to really get it in there, but I think that's okay. I'm not comfortable with that. I'm gonna keep playing with it. It took me a long time to really appreciate Led Zeppelin, and you know, because I had the I can't play anyone else's music on Twitch anymore. They'll ban me. Did you guys see what's his name? The guy from Dragon Force was banned from Twitch for playing his own songs. And I think we're just about done. Yeah, Nick, that was the big joke. Like, Amazon bought them and has been giving them $0. But just recently, Amazon announced that given how big Twitch has grown in 2020, they're going to finally give them some money. So 2021 is going to be a huge year for Twitch, pending they leverage it properly. Problem at Twitch is they still have a lot of people who don't really know what they're doing. It's still like very grassroots over there. Not to talk shit about them, like they're trying and they're smart people, but then I'm only, you know, apologizing because I interacted with a few of them. But yeah, they just don't have the resources to do things the right way. All right, that is done. I'll shut this off. I love this digital soldering. But Justin, hey, you don't know a fun fact? They still use a lot of the Justin TV technology and servers and domain name on the back end. Monkey, they do a lot of either they clear it in advance for real big names. They but a lot of them do original music, or they do all what do they call it, unlicensed sets, you know, royalty free sets. And a big, yeah, that's another big part of it is Twitch is so freaking slow at catching it live that they just risk it and then delete the VOD afterwards. But if you're a good enough DJ and you remix shit enough, you're creating new enough music that it doesn't get flagged. Oh, live toss hits haven't started yet. Oh, I didn't know. Okay, so starting soon, I'm going to be playing drums live on stream. I was setting up a pro rock band setup on my my drum set over here, so get ready for that shit. I gotta figure out how to easily wheel them over to be in front of the green screen. That's its own problem. That was going to be a Wreck It Wednesday. Also, there's some software I just grabbed. Let me see. What was it called? Melodics? I think it was called Melodics, and it's Duet Tuesdays, maybe. I can also play. That also means I can play Rocksmith, which I much prefer, which is like Rock Band but with real guitars. Let me try to find that software. Monkey, you might be into this too. Yeah, it's Melodics. Here, I'll throw a link. So they created the software that works with any MIDI instruments, including drum sets and DJ. I don't know what you call the button boards, but it's educational. Teaches you how to play. Where's my Twitch? Check this shit out. So I was thinking of starting that as well. And it has a lot of original music, which means royalty free. But yeah, I might start doing Music Mondays or something, because I've been trying to force myself to get back into practicing music. All right, electrical tape. Got the yellow stuff. The yellow stuff's the good stuff. A lot of people don't know that. Let's see. So we gotta, this is the dangerous one. We gotta make sure it doesn't break. Put this way. I think I'm gonna tape it to this guy. That should do it. So then it's reinforced by the other one. I think we'll be all right here. If not, easy fix. Get that nice and tight. It's enough. Yeah, should be good. Yeah, it is pretty. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks pretty cool. So if you got any MIDI instrument, it works with it. I might even try learning to play piano again on it. Do you guys like my COVID mustache? My evil Snidely Whiplash. I'm gonna go tie some women to some railroad tracks now. Those guys are pretentious. This works perfectly fine. This is how I found it too. They totally had this all electrical taped. If they didn't want to cry, they should have put a humbucker in there. Same. Okay. Oh, so let's twist this shit back together because that's how they do it. Twists this way. And what I'm doing is getting these all wrapped together here. I don't know why, it seems like it's bad for interference, but that's how they do it. You know what? I don't like it. I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna teach those custom shop guys a lesson by not doing what they shouldn't be doing. Back in there. Out of there. Make sure this routes properly. Does not. That cramming or wonky soldering into place now. Nope. Still wonky. Let's see. I didn't realize how much this part would suck. What I'm doing here is trying to get all of these wires to coincide with the tiny channels that are here. Everybody, settle down. What the hell? Good work. Let's see. Cool. Part that wasn't even a problem before is now a problem. Let's see. Okay. This way. Okay, get closer. Get closer. Right here is the problem. What's going on here? Bunch of wires crammed up in there. So let's route these in there. Oop. Yep. Oh, that was. Oh, you know what? I gotta put some more solder in there. That big hole there. Fix that one up. Love how fast this thing heats up. I can't test it before I assemble it because I can't get the strings on. Like, I have to do this. Well, I guess I don't. If it doesn't work, you get another hour of stream. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I'm just gonna fuck ton of this in there. There you go. Yeah. More. Yeah, that's how you do it. Hey, Plates, are we going to stream you rebuilding a carburetor tomorrow? Yeah, I should be able to poke the pickups. Let's see. Let's see. I need a speaker. What do I got? This. Think. I don't know. I don't know if the battery unit's any good. Let's find out. Yeah, it looks like Plates wants to stream rebuilding a carburetor. We could do that. Ooh, sounds promising. There it is. Ignore the shitty speaker, but come on, I made it out of a cigarette box. But we're good, all right. It'll sound better once it's all back. Yeah, I don't have the amplifier directly on top of the pickup. Yeah, but yeah, we did it. Yeah, Monkey, like, the whole reason I do this is because people like it. Like, people like watching me sort of rebuild electronics on occasion. Sometimes. Get up there. Back to dealing with this wiring routing. If you do get into it, I could tell you what to buy or give you recommendations as far as, like, this thing. It's on a nice little arm. Etc. Okay, let's see. Get this in the center. It's out of the way. Wow, that's a bad routing for that wiring, and that's what the custom shop did. So yeah, it's definitely here. Push this down under here. Yep. Okay. Getting closer. It's still here.
That's no good. Why did they even route it that way? Try not to snap all these off when I constantly twist it. But this is a bad scene. Oh, maybe push it in this way.
I bet there's a trick to this that I just don't know. There's some custom shop guy watching right now like, you idiot.
Nope. There's something right here now.
Almost there. We're super close. Whoa, Bitcoin tanked, huh? That was my Bitcoin alert. It's at 38 this morning. Now it's down to 32. I set that alert so I could buy some.
Right here is the problem. What is there? Is it rubbing on? It's rubbing on this. It's this messing with this. Let's see.
There's not a lot we can do about that. It's not like this wiring I added like really adds much overhead here. I think it just needs to be really smushed in there and aligned.
Dumb shit.
Nope. It's so close.
I don't actually even see the problem now.
You know what? I think the problem now is actually the height here. Push this off to the side, maybe. Otherwise, I might have to extend that length over after all. Nope, same problem. But closer. Right. Thinking if I really want to mess with it, or if we're close enough that I keep futzing. There we go.
This is the stuff nobody talks about. When you watch the YouTube videos, they're like, just solder these two things together and then put it all back, and then everything's fine, and then shut up. Yeah, that's good. Oh. What's that? What's that, Nick? Well done. Screwing. It's always so boring. By the way, don't ever use an electric screwdriver when putting... Learned that the hard way. Oh man, I learned a cool way of fixing that. So if you ever strip out wood when you're putting screws in, an old luthier taught me this one. You pack the hole with wood glue and toothpicks. You let it dry, and then it's good as new. Pro tip from a pro who's not me. Wow. Oh, I just stabbed myself with a flux needle. That's probably fine. I probably don't need to go to the hospital for lead poisoning for that. Right? All right. Cool beans. This pickup is really high up. Lower that down. Ugh. It's as far down as it can get. All right, let's bring this back. Now that I got these all super tangled. Oh, toothpick trick works on strap buttons, huh? That's risky. Cool to know it works. These are super tangled. Just gonna yank it. All right, there we go. Oh, I hate these slotted tuning heads. There's a reason old guitars had stuff changed. Ew. It's gonna take me longer to string this thing than it did to replace the fucking pickup.
I want a pinball machine. Do you know which one? Bet you can't guess. Very upset with this. Why are there slotted tuning heads? Whoever thought this was good? Hang it. I know I'm off camera here a bit. This is what we're doing. Really? I'm gonna have to research that because this sucks. You know, honestly, part of the problem is that I'm reusing old strings. But I should not at all be doing. So, I'll admit this is all my fault. Alright, I think I got a good technique here now. Man, can you believe I used to have a short red mohawk? And no beard. I shaved my whole beard off in like July. This isn't even like a full pandemic beard. Peg wonder. Guitar techs get real ambidextrous real fast. Right. Also, I've gotten haircuts. Although I've really only just shaved the sides down. And I cut some of the rat tail off at one point, but that was still months ago. I'm gonna braid it. Plates wants to braid it like Viking style. I never see it happen though, but there's talk. At least one of these strings has to snap. These are too old and too reused. But once everything works, I'll order some new strings and I gotta clean this fretboard and shit. This fretboard is gross. Pin Pinel. Who was asking me about electronic arrangements? Look up Pin Pinel. Am I still streaming?
Yeah. Okay, weird.
Pinnpanelle. Pinpanel. One of them lives in Chicago. Amazing electronic group, although not completely electronic. Like, live instruments augmented heavily with electronics. Really freaking cool group. Go check them out. One of my favorites. Ghosts. They have an album called Ghosts and Liars, I believe. That's really interesting. Yeah, they heard one note and killed the stream. Wouldn't put it past him. Trying to put these on without breaking them, that's its own issue. Almost there. These last ones should go way quicker. Sure lied about that. I'm not going to show you how to put these on because it's embarrassing. I'm trying to do it quickly. We're going to get rid of them anyway. Don't tell Dad. Totally in tune. Sounds great. Ugh. Now to get these lined up properly. Everyone screws that up all the time. Trick is to crank them all the way up to 10 and then put the buttons on so the 10 is facing you so that when you look down at it, you can see that it's at 10. Some would argue it doesn't matter. 10 is all you need. I'm not friends with those people. Just dropped in to let you know you should do the weird thing. That's the opposite of what you're supposed to do. You had one job. But I appreciate you going all F the police on my stream. No, I don't like to put the 11 ones on the Stratocaster. Stratocaster is not an 11 kind of guitar. It's some shit that's hilarious. Tune it up. This one's gonna snap. Thanks a lot. Glad you stopped in. Ah, snapped. Told you. It was used. Anyway. But run a new pickup. So we installed it right. It works. Oh. Oh, man. This thing has like no gain on it. It's very funny. I love this speaker. But it's... Whatever. Hang on. Let me try something else. I don't know how to run this into a laptop yet. It's got USB, which means it's a mess. Somewhere down here. 300 outlets and none of them fit. That's the drum set. Pull the drum set out. Guitarists hate drummers. Yeah, that might just be the stream, monkey. So, this thing boot up. How do I run it? Into the laptop. This might be more effort than it's worth at this point. But, Yeah, Nick, it's why I'm not good at anything. Here. It's a really good headphones, at least. Can't hear shit. All right. Oh. These things. Isn't too blurry. Right. Now I gotta figure out how to make this work in OBS. Its own nightmare. This takes more than 2 minutes. I'm gonna quit. Oh, this camera back at least. Let's see. Add audio input capture.
There's a lot of buzz in there.
Okay, let me turn off here. Cool. Nope. Oh. So the issue is it's not letting you select the line in on the laptop. Folders. Let's see something that's. These all break up on this tiny amp. Hang on. All right. Here, let's do this. Gotta get the mic right on it. Oh, it's so distorted. It's not bad. Not bad, right? I get something really cool in here. I got something. Oh, this is a good one. It's so buzzy. It's like space music. I have a really good Hang. Let me take this filter off. I've been writing a lot of horror movie scores. Hang on, I got a real good horror movie setting here. I think I called it like horror score. Listen to this. It's way too much bass for this tiny speaker. That's kind of cool. All right, well, I got to get a better speaker for this, but we did it. We replaced the pickup in this guitar, and that's what matters. It all sounds like shit in here. It's kind of funny. I can't imagine what that sounds like on stream. Let me get a good clean tone in here. Maybe I'll turn the gain down. Oh, I love that there's no hum anymore, too. That's so cool. All right. Anyway. Oh yeah. Hey, I would love to submit some music for your Evil Dead tribute if you're accepting outside input. This isn't even in tune. Can't even tell. Anyway, this was great. We did it. I'm gonna turn this off. That was fun to just like see what would happen. Bad things happen. Twitch is really fun when good things happen, right? Alright, get over there. But we did it. We totes did it, kids. It's good to have Fix It Fridays back. This isn't what I planned on doing at all today. I don't know if you could tell. I was going to be fixing... I was going to be soldering new RAM chips onto a Mortal Kombat arcade cabinet board, but Micro Center lied to me about their inventory. Thanks, Kane. Thanks for watching. It's good to see you. Plates has some interesting information for you and your significant other that we will send to you offline. And it done did work. Monkey, I'll hit you up in just a bit. See if we can plan something. It's totally cool if not. I know you're not here just doing nothing. But I'm glad you're in town. It'd be cool to catch up. But thanks everyone for joining. Ending at a reasonable hour. Several glasses of whiskey in, and I still fixed a guitar, so I still got it. Just getting cleaned up here. Maybe I'll save this for tomorrow. It's been a very long week. I'm very tired. Fresh pots, we should catch up to. It's been too long of a pandemic. I grabbed a beer with Control Alt Food the other day over at Pilot Project because they have a really cool outdoor... Oh no, we had to go to Enjoy. But they have a cool outdoor setup. And it was enjoyable to just have a beer and look at another human face. There was some talk about getting Burbsec East going again yesterday because apparently Navigator's back open and people were desperate. I didn't go, but I saw talk in the Slack about it. I might have gone if I didn't see the chat too late. But good to see you, freshest of pots. Yeah, that's good enough. See who we're gonna raid here. What's going on in the Twitcherverse today? If Jacku's playing Rust, that's all he's been doing all week. No, he's not online. I haven't heard from him all day. He might be dead. All right, let's see what's going on in the science and technology realm. God, Mark Roby just builds PCs all days and gets thousands of views for putting together basic computers. Not to shit on him. He has a great YouTube channel, but holy crap. Oh, so many people writing code. Who wants to watch someone write code? Nope. Pass. All right. I'm going to send you kids to one of my favorites. Mr. Horologist, And if you can't guess what a horologist does, first off, it's not what you're thinking. Monkey, they didn't do East, but they talked about it. I didn't have it on Meetup, so it wasn't official. We're going to raid... Where's my raid button? Mr. Horologist. I think you guys, if you liked this stream, you will think what he is doing is very cool. So here you go. Thanks everyone for joining. It was good to see so many people back for Fix It Fridays after I took a 2-week break. And I will hopefully have a better audio setup to actually play music here going forward, and that'll be cool. Also, we still have to fix that Mortal Kombat machine. That'll probably be next Fix It Friday. I'll see you then. For now, enjoy very, very, very tiny things with Mr. Horologist.